Hi everyone, it's awards season again. Last week I was speaking at a conference and one of the attendees wanted to know some tips on how to nominate themselves for awards. So in this video today, I bring to you 5 tips that you can use to nominate yourself for awards. And I will share with you a wonderful opportunity to nominate yourself for the eWOW 2022 Global Awards. Before we get started, a quick reminder to subscribe to my channel and hit on that notification button so that you can be reminded every time a new video is released. And now let's get started. The first tip that I have for you is to start creating a list of awards that resonate with you, that you find credible and you'd like to be nominated for. So how can you create this list? You can go to your social media channels like LinkedIn. You can look at your network and identify which awards they have won and basically narrow down on a list of awards that you want to nominate yourself for in this year. Now, what you want to do is you want to just make sure that the purpose of those awards and the values of those awards resonate with you. Let me give you an example. The nominations for the eWOW 2022 Global Awards are open this year at this point in time. So I'm actually going to take that example today and walk you through the entire process. Let's get started. And I'm going to share my screen now. As you can see, we are on eWOW Global website. Here, you see the information about the eWOW 22 Virtual Summit. We are going to now start looking for the eWOW Awards. So I go to Past Awards and Summit, and then basically what I do is I click on eWOW 2021 Awards. And when I do that, the awards page opens, and here I can see basically the award winners from last year. I can also see what these awards stand for. So if you read this, these awards recognize women leaders for their achievements, their leadership, and their contribution in the field and impact on the society. Now, this is important. It resonates with me. So yes, I would like to nominate myself for this award. So what you do is you go ahead, look at the videos of the previous award winners to understand how they feel about these awards. What do they think about these awards before you make a decision to nominate yourself for these awards? So that's the first step. You make a list, you narrow down on the awards that you really want to nominate yourself for. The next step is to understand the categories for the awards. So if you look at the eWOW Global Awards, there are 3 categories. There's a technology leadership category, there's an entrepreneurship excellence award, and then there is also diversity and inclusion award, diversity and culture award. So those are the 3 categories. Once you have identified the categories, narrow down the category in which you want to nominate yourself for. One thing to remember, any category that you choose should be a category in which you not only operate, but have also had an impact on the society based on the work that you have done. Pick the category in which you have most impact and then decide on that category. So that's your tip number 2. The third is to check if the self-nomination is accepted. So actually, let's go back to eWOW 2022 Virtual Summit and nominate for eWOW Awards. So I'll click over here, and here is the form. Now you want to check over here, is self-nomination accepted? And here you can see self-nomination is okay. So this is beautiful. This tells me that it's okay for me to nominate myself. Now, it's important to notice that many awards nowadays actually encourage self-nomination. And the reason why they do that is because you can tell your story the best. Now, there's still some industry awards that require somebody else to nominate you for an award. And if that's the case, what you want to do is you want to look at your close network and identify a person who can nominate you for the awards. But remember that you still need to provide this person all the information that they need to put a robust nomination in place for you. So Once you have decided that you're going to nominate yourself for the award, you have also figured out whether you're going to self-nominate or you're going to have somebody else nominate you for the award. The next step is to identify what information do you need to complete the nomination successfully. So my recommendation is that you go through the entire form very carefully before you start filling in the form, because you might need information that you don't have handy. So don't start the nomination process right away. Just go through all the fields and understand what is required for this nomination. And while you're at it, make sure that you also understand what is the last date for submission, because you want to make sure that you have enough time and you plan it accordingly. So basically, you need your email ID, nominee's first name is required, last name, nominee's email ID, job title, company. But here is the important part. You need to identify the award category, and then you need to talk about why the person who is being nominated for this award is the right person for this award. This is where you will need to gather all the details. You want to understand whether the judges want you to provide details on the websites that you have appeared, the impact that you have made, what kind of proof points do they require for your nomination to be an effective nomination. So make a note of all these things. Now, here is the thing that I want to highlight. You want to collect all this information beforehand, because some of this might require you to go back to a few people, have them write recommendations for you, or to make sure that you collect all your press and media information before you start filling in the nomination form. The fifth and the most important tip that I have for you is to make sure that you tell your story to the judges. Now, most of these awards are purpose-driven awards, which essentially means that they are trying to make an impact in the industry, in the society with these awards, and they're trying to they want to recognize people who are truly worthy and have a purpose beyond just the accomplishments. And you want to showcase your whole self when you write your nomination. So make sure that the judges see not just the impact that you're making in your business, but the impact that you're making in the society in general. So just saying that you ran a $2 billion business really doesn't speak about how did you help or how did you impact your industry, your field, and society. So make sure that there's a community element in your conversation, and also there is an impact element in your conversation. Those were the 5 tips that I had for you for writing a winning award nomination. I wish you all the very best. Remember that the eWOW 2022 Global Awards submissions are due by March 15th. So if you want to nominate yourself, this is the time to start thinking and start preparing for the eWOW nominations. And I will put the link to the eWOW 2022 Global Awards nomination form in the comment section so that you can click on the link, you can review the previous winners, their videos, and understand how to nominate yourself for the eWOW 2022 Global Awards. All the best. Here is to the winning season.